Cannulight is an accessory device that fits on existing IV needles, and it's essentially a little pressure sensor that fits on the back of the needle, and then when the needle hits the vein, it lights up green. The first idea of Cannulight started 8 years ago. I always thought that I wanted to be a surgeon of some type. So I went to dental school, and that's when I first discovered the problem of IV access failures. If you're in a hospital environment and you don't hit the vein, there are a lot of complications with failed IV access. On average in a hospital environment, the success rate is about 65%. The first thing I did was actually find all the existing gadgets that were on the market to help you with IV access. And none of them really fit my specific use environment in a dental clinic. So I needed something simple that didn't change my existing technique. It was relatively low cost, you could just dispose of it easily. It just became a bit of a passion project. So this is the first prototype here. So the LED's over here. This is not the one that I stuck in my arm. So the big investment was to go from this to this. Private capital is absolutely essential to take something from this concept to a product that's ready for market.
We've been talking to James for some time about joining BNZ. We are the largest lender to business, and we're passionate about helping business achieve their full potential. And when the Private Capital Forum application process commenced, we invited James to apply as a way of showcasing his business to a carefully curated audience of qualified investors. And the things we look for are those with a clear vision, a robust strategy, and potential to disrupt in their respective sectors. And Cannulight ticked all those boxes. The panel also liked about James as the founder is his solution was based on a lived experience. I mean, as a dentist, he saw there was a problem and the device solved the problem for him, but it also has a global application.
Yeah, so we were invited by Linda to pitch at the BNZ Private Capital event. Following that BNZ kind of mentoring program and the event itself, we managed to raise capital from the BNZ event, but we also managed to take those skills and that pitch deck and go to other events and raise capital from other events as well. And since then, we've managed to finalize the design of the product, but also build a manufacturing line in New Zealand. So it's really simple. When the needle hits the vein, the blood moves up the needle and that displaces the air. And then the pressure sensor in here just detects that increased pressure. New Zealand Navy did an independent study, difficult conditions, and their first insertion success rate was only 27%. With the Cannulight device, that's improved to 89% success rate, so we tripled the success rates. And the most recent one has been battlefield feedback from the Ukraine. So we sent units over to combat medics, and the feedback we're getting is exceptionally positive, and they're helping treat patients in really difficult conditions over there.
Private capital brings so much more than just the dollars to an organisation. It's all those softer skills of knowledge, networks and governance that's so powerful to ambitious businesses. It's a well-known business principle that well-funded businesses grow better. And we know that if we can find that funding for the business, then the founder can concentrate on getting back onto focusing on those ambitious growth plans, what they're passionate about, and not worrying about cap raises and cash runways.
That's probably the sort of investor that you want, is somebody who's investing in you and in the business, in the product, with advice and mentorship, but also can invest in future rounds. That's the ideal investor, and that's what we found through the BNZ. We've also filed our FDA applications, so that's a really big milestone. By the end of this year, we'll have access to the two biggest markets in the world. That investment 12 months ago, I think it's already got a good return.